It's another beautiful Wednesday that we are here in the studio, Sauti ya Kikristo nyumbani mwetu, and today we are celebrating something that's very, very touching to our society, because we are talking about the World Cancer Day. The World Cancer Day 2022, and we have a guest with us. And my name is Martha Ndumia, and we have a very beautiful guest. But before I go to that point, I want to remind you that as the sun is a star, it's hot and glowing, so do you, and so do I. And without further ado, because I see my guest is willing to talk much, and she's not new to us, to most of us, but to some others she's new, and she's Jane Francis. Welcome to the program. We can start with you can address our listeners and our viewers.
Okay. Thank you very much, Martha, for welcoming me to your program in Radio Maria. And since we've already said my name, I'll just add I'm Jane Francis. It's a Christian baptism name.
Yes.
My feast day is on December 12th. I like feast days because we have patron saints that who went before us, and we look up to them. And when we can't pray, especially in difficult times like this, we know that those saints are there. They are angels next to God. And sometimes when it's so difficult, we ask them to intercede for us. When I've battled cancer 7 years and survived, I know it is through the intercession. And I know, of course, God's mercy. And though I have been diagnosed with a new one last year, following AstraZeneca vaccine, I know even this time round I'll still pull through. Because we are called to be glowing stars as long as you can wake up.
Oh, yes. And it's God who gives us that light.
Yes.
And I love that spirit that is in you, that you have battled for 7 years, and this is something that is new now. And I love it because I always tell my friends and all the survivors that cancer is a by the way. Because it found us when we were strong and alive and living. So it doesn't have to kind of enslave us. Because we have to live. Cancer is a by the way. Just like you'd have maybe a fracture or typhoid, you are living, but it doesn't determine how you are living. What about World Cancer Day? Yeah.
Now, World Cancer Day is celebrated on 4th February every year, and this is actually my 7th one to celebrate. So it's also a special one because, as you said, I've journeyed with many patients, and quite a number have left us. So for me, it's a special gift to be here and to celebrate that day. Just the fact that I am alive. I've gone through all the treatment despite all the challenges. We all know that they say cancer is a burden, you know. In fact, you'll hear our government people say the corruption of cancer, the what of cancer. You know, every bad thing in government is associated with cancer. Because everybody knows to survive cancer is just not a joke. It's a mountain.
By the grace of God.
Yes, it's a mountain that one has to climb with your doctors, with your family, and so forth. And by the grace of God, you pull through. And therefore, the purpose of the World Cancer Day is to celebrate survivorship for those who have survived, and also to celebrate our health professionals, those who take care of us, our medics, and then much more, especially our family and friends who come out there and make sacrifices to be our caregivers. And caregiving can be in so many ways. For example, like tomorrow, you've just seen, I just received a call. It's from the oncology department in Aga Khan. The one was been assigned to always remind us you have an appointment.
Yeah.
So they know we are cancer patients and you can easily forget.
Yeah.
So a day or two before you are reminded. That is also caregiving.
Sure.
For the nurse to take care of me if I'm going through any treatment,
Yeah.
that is caregiving.
Oh, yes.
And then when it comes to the home front, I think that's where the biggest battle is.
Yeah.
Because then now you have your husband or your wife, you have your children, you have relatives, or even maybe the house girl. Yeah, I remember the first year of my treatment,
Mm-hmm.
you know, friends I had not seen for like classmates for 30 years, 20 years. You'd see them walk in the door with a packet of milk, bread, something, you know, fruits,
Yeah.
and you'd feel so good. So it's easy to pull out of cancer
Yeah.
when you have people journeying with you this journey.
Yeah.
And that's why the theme for the next 3 years of World Cancer Day
Mm-hmm.
has been called the Close the Care Gap.
Close
Because
the care
sometimes
gap.
we tend to forget about those who give us care,
Yeah.
those who make us survive, those who pray for you
Yeah.
also. Yes, I have a group, Novena Prayers,
Yeah.
that I pray. We pray together with maybe more than 300 people.
Sure.
And that is also in fact, prayer is actually very, very important.
Yeah.
And it also gives you a lot of spiritual and psychosocial support. When you know people are praying for you, or once in a while they send
Yeah.
a word of encouragement. And not just for me, because there are quite a number of many other cancer survivors in that group.
Sure.
So all those forms of care are what we are celebrating today, and on 4th World Cancer Day. And we are also closing the previous theme that we have been living in the last 3 years, which is I am and I will. So while others are giving me the care, they are taking care. What about me?
Yeah.
We must believe that it is not a death sentence.